I was having this conversation with a believer lately. He's a powerful believer too, walking by faith. And he was telling me, Rashid, the way these devil worshippers have set things up culturally, they are on the top now when it comes to finances. And they're also advancing with their finances into other areas like real estate, uh, uh, owning restaurants, all of that. So, how are we as believers going to take over? How are we going to rise? It's going to be quite difficult, he told me. And I explained to this believer, look, the only thing devil worshippers have is paranormal charms that will cover their violence. Once the charms are expired, they need to renew them. But devil worshippers do a lot of blood sacrifices, so the charms will work. However, the charms do not prevent the side effects of the darkness you operate in. So the side effects can take over and exhaust them and cause them to collapse. So as saints, we can speed up the side effects, cause them to collapse very swiftly. And once they all crash, we as believers can rise up. But here's the thing. If the whole country is based on this devil worship cash flow, that means that the whole country needs to collapse before believers can rise economically. And this is something I want to get through to you. Now, I don't have to say from which country this believer is, it's not really relevant, but check this out. If devil worshippers have taken over an industry around you, whether it's the rap industry or the music industry in general, or whether it's the film industry or whatever type of industry it is. And if they're expanding from an industry, that means they have a financial economic grip on that community over there. For that financial economic grip to disappear, they need to collapse. But with them collapsing, the whole economy has to collapse with it. And people have to go through this difficulty. It's only then that believers can rise up and repossess and be dominant on the earth. Because as long as the cyclical structures of those devil worshippers are working and the masses are used to them, hey, you as a believer want to rise up, people are going to see you as disturbance. They're going to see you as a troublemaker. And even if you do rise up, because so many people are used to the diabolical cash flow, they will resent you for not just getting along with the diabolical program. So the diabolical program has to collapse. So when you decree and declare financial economic abundance on your own behalf, that's good, but realize it may require a crash of the economy around you for you to succeed. Now, are you sacrificing other people? No. The diabolical cash flow is sacrificing the long-term health of the public. And the public is so foolish to get along with it. You are just obeying the word of the Heavenly Father. But just realize that there must be a crash on the part of the darkness for you to succeed. And here's another thing. When you look at ancient Egypt, the Heavenly Father sent 10 plagues to exhaust them. Why? Because by exhausting ancient Egypt, the Egyptian empire collapsed completely, and with that, the economy of the world. And because the world's economy, because Egypt ran the world with them, because the world's economy collapsed, the wealth transfer happened swiftly, and the Israelites received the wealth of Egypt and the riches that were stored there. Most of those riches were located over there under the leadership of Joseph anyway, but you get what I'm saying. So, when you decree and declare a wealth transfer, so you can be economically relevant and dominant to do the will of the Heavenly Father, there may be a crash coming as a result of your prayers. So, fear not. And that's why don't cast your pearls before swine. If you're praying and decreeing and declaring for economic relevancy for you and the believers around you, then sooner or later people will figure out that you may be the cause of all the trouble because you don't want to get along with the diabolical cash flow, which is at your expense. Now, the public shouldn't get along with it, but they are cowards and they are narcissistic themselves, so they get along with diabolical cash flow. Yet they complain about it. So, but when you do something about it, they may become upset with you. But don't let it stop you. Keep on moving forward. Be at peace.